Hi, let's talk about the Feast of Tabernacles. Today starts that festival. In Leviticus 23:33, God showed Moses it was important every year to celebrate this. This is pointing to a time in the future. That's Jesus, when we would be able to tabernacle with God all the time. But this is still a very important day on God's calendar because it's a God-appointed day. The Jews from all over would make these simple huts, leave their land and go to the temple. And there would be tree branches like what's above me, and they would construct these huts to spend time with God and get the joy of the Lord. Let's look at this. Let's look at what happened in the Bible on the Feast of Tabernacles. In the days of Jesus, Jesus took his disciples out and up to the Mount of Transfiguration. And what happened was Jesus appeared in great glory and great light with Moses and Elijah, which symbolizes the law and the prophets and Jesus himself coming to fulfill the word, and tabernacles. This is why Peter said, should I erect 3 small huts for you? He was thinking about the Feast of Tabernacles, but God had something else in mind. Let's look at another gospel story about tabernacles and Jesus. It's found with God's airplane in John 7:37. Isn't that interesting? It says, when Jesus was at the feast the last day, he said, anyone who is thirsty, they can drink of the living waters. And of me, Jesus was pointing to himself. And out of them will come streams of living waters. You see, tabernacles is a time to celebrate with joy. And another time was in Nehemiah's days, when they came to rebuild the wall, and they were celebrating the exodus of them being in captive. And then they come back to Jerusalem. And Nehemiah says in 8:10, come, now let us celebrate. Even though we have all this opposition in the rebuilding, and in this great revival time, we are going to celebrate and eat and taste and see that the joy of the Lord is our strength.